Let me try to explain a bit. I'll try to put it in a brief way, not that too long, so that you can understand the reason why I decided to start this business and why am I still here until today. I'm not giving up and I still keep pushing. We are still there, right? Yes. So I remember this time that, since I said that I'm a healthcare worker, there was a time that there was, let me just say, there was, in a brief, there was a closure in healthcare worker where I used to work in a unit. Yes, thank you, Ryan. A story that reminds me why I started. So, I was sick, and I remember that I was sick. It was the third week, since that eclosion started. And then that day, when I got sick, I had to text my manager to tell her that I am not feeling well. But according to the rules and the law, they're supposed to give me like 48 hours before I go back to work. And then after 48 hours, yes, I still wasn't feeling well. I was still feeling tired. I was still feeling exhausted. I was still feeling like my body just wanted, it was telling me that I need a rest. But my manager, they were still expecting me, my body to show off. They wanted me to be present. They want me to be there. So I try to explain myself, like, if it's possible, at least that day should pass, so that the next day I'm gonna be present, and they never understood me. So I had to go. And that day, seriously, the day wasn't really good for me. Until when I decided to go and tell them that if there's a still possibility for me to go home, since I wasn't feeling well at all, guys. I mean that I wasn't feeling well, I mean it. And then there was no any option for me to come back home. They say no, you should just keep working. Until then, I was able to keep up, even though it wasn't easy for me, and I was able to finish my day. And then the next day, I went again to present myself in that 9 to 5. I was so happy because I know that my day was good. That day passed. The more hours are going, the more you are feeling better, and that's what I was asking. The next day when I present myself, I remember that day that I was so happy. I was so positive. I come working strong, and then I just felt like something was just behind me everywhere. God has created us with that feeling when you are in danger, or you feel something and something that's unusual, you feel like, no, danger, danger, danger. So every corner that I used to go and pass, I feel like somebody was behind me. So until when I remember that I went somewhere, it was maybe a sitting room, something. I just had somebody called my name, Hasna, and then I say yes. I just looked behind. I saw somebody who was my manager, and then she said, "Okay, follow me." So we went in this office. They had already the letter, and that letter, it was to say that we lay you off. So they start asking me questions. I try to defend myself, try to talk, because the reasons that they bring, it wasn't even because of something I did. They just invented something, and they say that it's me who did it. I say, no, it's not me who did it. And I said, even if I live here, I will never accept something. I cannot admit something that I didn't know. So that is when I was able to. They took away everything from them. They gave me that letter. And even because when I got sick, it was because of the thing that was happening, the explosion that was in that unit. But they said that it is because that I was doing a lot of overtimes, which was not the case. So that is when I was able to be fired. I lost that 9 to 5. And when I lost that 9 to 5, guys, I was really very disappointed until when I came home. So when I came home, I was only crying and very discouraged. I said, what else can I do? So that is when something just popped up into my mind and say, online business. Guys, without lying to you, I'm such kind of a person. I always say that I'm an African, and us back home we believe that education is everything. And I knew that school is everything as I grew up, because me, I'm a person who loves school a lot, and I believed in school. But since that day, because you believe that school is everything, right? So when you face that situation that you start working. Yes, I was able to finish school, even though I went through so many challenges while I was doing my studies. But when I came and start facing that things at workplace, I started thinking differently. Something just pop up, changed my mindset. I was like, what? So working for somebody, this is what, those ideas. That is when I said no, I will never work for somebody again. And I said this, even if I would decide to look again for a 9 to 5, but I have to find something that I'll be doing for my own. I know that will be my plan B. I never knew what is social media. I never knew what is Facebook, TikTok. I only believe on WhatsApp. But that is the day that I started looking for a plan B, because my mind just say online business, but I never knew what is online, because where you can find me is on your WhatsApp. And on WhatsApp, it was only, most of the time it was my family member. Yes, I had a friend, but few of them, a lot of them were my church mates. So for me, that is the day that I started looking for online. And through online, what I started, my man just told me go to Google. I went to Google, start searching online business. Then I saw Google send me to YouTube. With Google and YouTube, they connect. And through Google, I saw YouTube. YouTube. And then instead of now searching through Google, I went through YouTube. I just found myself that I'm on YouTube. I don't even know what is YouTube. Hey guys, that is when I went and then started looking for online business. I just read online business. So online business, they were sending me so many digital business that I found there. Okay. Yes. And then for me, I'm not a social media girl, so I just thought they are real. And then that is when I started my journey looking for online business. And it's because of my story where things that I went through, it changed my mind. So I started looking for online business, trying so many different businesses, put my money. I lost my money. Sometimes, that is when I knew what is online business. Yes, but it never worked, guys. And this is when I was very discouraged. So one time, when you search more, even on TikTok or YouTube or any platform, the more you search, those are the things that they will bringing you every time. So YouTube started bringing me different option of online business. I remember one day I just wake up, I saw this couples that was talking about this business that I'm talking to you guys. So since I was already tired, giving up, I said, this online business, that's just the same thing, because I've already tried so many different, because I tried almost more than 4, like let me say about 4 digital business. And I even invested my money in those businesses, but they never worked. I lost my money. So I saw these couples were talking about this digital business. I said, they're just the same people, and I never even want to go and try them or to see or ask them any question. I just allow it. But I didn't take long. Like that, I didn't took a year or 6 months to take a decision. It was something like about between 1 week to a month between that interval. And then later on, I saw this other lady. She lives in Canada. That's my coach. Then the way she was talking about this business, it really touched my heart. And what impressed me was about the community. Yeah, it was the community, and that's what I've been looking that I never saw in any other business that I tried before. She said that we are here to help each other, to support each other. She explained me. And then another thing that impressed me first, she lives in Canada. I live in Canada too. So I was able to call her direct, and I was talking to her direct, which I did not saw in this other business that I did it previously. You could see that you are just chatting to a person, texting to a person. You never saw her. You never see her, you never talk to her on the phone. But with this lady, my coach, I was able to talk to her. I was able even to see her. Yeah, I remember last time, one time that I even talked to her on video call. That also gave me more assurance. And then she said that